lovely sunny Perth to start my epic journey. Little Searey, Perth to Sydney, New South Wales. That's where I'm staying. Looks awesome. Anyway, off to the supermarket to grab some supplies, in-flight service for tomorrow's journey. When you're travelling 1,800 nautical miles in Australian outback, you need supplies. And it's not like me to go shopping. I hate shopping. Right, I've been shopping, got supplies. Now back to the hotel for a little lubrication. I just thought this would be a nice place to do some flight planning. Cheers. Righto, morning of the flight. Time to pack up. Job done. Here she is. Searey, Juliet Echo Yankee, receive Charlie for Armidale on the Northern Apron, request taxi.
Juliet Echo Yankee, taxi to Hardy Point Sierra on my 06 left.
Hardy Point Sierra, 06 left, Juliet Echo Yankee. How good's this? Let's just have a spot on.
At the Southern Apron in receipt of Charlie for departure by Yanjibup, request clearance taxi.
Charlie Yankee Quebec, taxi to Hardy Point Sierra on my 06 left.
Cleared to taxi to Hardy Point Sierra, runway 06 left, Charlie Yankee Quebec.
Here we go. Down a quad. Backtracking. There's a little aircraft. Taxiing down the runway. Taxiway. Just a crack a day.
We're going that way.
Yankee Sierra Juliet, taxi to the 24 rendezvous.
Taxi 24 rendezvous via Bravo, Yankee Sierra Juliet, thank you.
Jack on ground, Cessna 177 Romeo Echo Juliet, received Charlie at the Sunday Port Yankee Club, still request taxi.
Romeo Echo Juliet, taxi to holding point Sierra, runway 06 left.
Taxi to point Sierra, runway 06 left, Romeo Echo Juliet.
Juliet Yankee at Sierra requesting clearance across 06 left.
Juliet Echo Yankee, on Sierra, across runway 06 left, taxi to the holding point, runway 06 right.
Clear to taxi across to 06 right, Juliet Echo Yankee.
We'll pump on, we'll leave in a second. Let's go back to done with that, maps. Us, follow that line.
Romeo Whiskey Quebec, go around.
Go around, Romeo Whiskey Quebec.
Juliet Echo Yankee's ready 06 right for Armadale.
Juliet Echo Yankee, line up.
Line up, Juliet Echo Yankee.
Can go there for time being. You're right. It's a warm day. Fuel pumps. Sorry, Thon. This aircraft's ready to roll.
Juliet Echo Yankee, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Juliet Echo Yankee.
Clear for takeoff. Doors closed. Let's go, baby. Horseman, here we come. All pressures, tips, all in green. Airspeed's now active. And we're away. Airborne. Inches, 5,000 res, 5520. Here we go. 1,500 feet. Here for a little while. Here's Perth. Perth Airport, a few jets coming in on approach. Where are we going? But I'll call it quits here, guys, and I'll catch up with you later on down the track. Cruising along the West Australian wheat belt. We're currently we're just going 2 hours out of Jandakot. I'm not sure you can see that down there. Jandakot. 2 hours out. Here we go. And we've got another 2 hours exactly. We're halfway into Norseman. We've made good time today. Actually got away a lot earlier than I expected. Brad was at my motel room at 7 this morning before the traffic had picked me up, and it went really well, really smooth. This is a fantastic aircraft. I'm currently sitting at 7,500 feet. Got a TAS of 83 knots. There's actually no wind.
Alpha India X-ray, centre.
No wind at all up here today. It's just beautiful. Nicely set up. Beefy. No autopilot though. Autopilot would be nice. But as you can see, look, I'm just flying here, no hands. Just rotor pedals. Here you go. Take a look outside. Not quite sure. Hope you can hear me. There's the WA wheat belt. Beautiful. There is not one cloud in the sky. I think the whole crossing of Australia is going to be hot, because I think the weather forecast is looking pretty good. There's the leafies. 72 knots, 7,500 feet. Got a slight issue with the RPM, that is not right. I should be pulling around 5,000 revs by the manual. That's the first time I've flown a Rotax 914. With a few messages to Brad, and I'm just sticking the manifold at 30. The aircraft sounds nice at 30 inches. A while ago, that was 5,000 revs. So now I'm pumping 5.4, which is, it is not right. Taxing out of Jandakot, I had 0 revs at one stage. If I bring the manifold pressure back any further, I just fall off a step, and I'm pretty sure that's the right power setting. That will come back. Oz runways, you would not go flying without it. It is incredible. Everything here at your fingertips, webcams. It is incredible. This fails, goes flat. Out comes my iPhone. Same software, and away we go. My iPhone fails, well, I look out the window. Like the old days. I wanted to do some live crosses today on Facebook, but just borrowed this headset, and Bluetooth doesn't work on my iPhone 10. Making phone calls, I can hear music, it pairs beautifully, but unfortunately no phone connection. I have got a plug in the back of my in my bag. It's too hard to get to, but hopefully the next flight I'll be able to make live crosses on Facebook and make some phone calls. It's my setup today. Camera is not too wide, so I haven't got a very wide angle lens, but as you can see beside me, I've got 2 jerry cans, another 44 litres sitting beside me, and I've got this really cool fuel pump that Brad had set up. You can see it laying back there. So all I do, I just, when the time comes to refuel the aircraft in flight, I just put that fuel pump in the jerry can, start up here to the aircraft, click a button, and I can see the fuel running out. It's plumbed into the back of my main fuel tank. I can see the fuel pumping, I can see the fuel gauge going up. Really cool feature. Love it. I should have that in my aircraft. In fact, my next aircraft, hopefully, I'll design the same system. Pretty cool feature to keep flying and not have to land and refuel. As long as your bladder can last. So far I'm going well. Got a nice bottle of water there, but I'm too scared to drink it. 7,500 feet, it's 11 degrees Celsius outside, so the air's just beautiful and cool, but the sun is beaming in here, and I'm actually getting cool. And Justin Simpson, the new owner, has just texted me saying he's tracking me on all devices. I've got a spot satellite tracker just down here, my knee, pumping out a GPS signal every 5 minutes, and I've just noticed it's starting to go flat. I haven't put batteries in this since I've owned it, lithium batteries, so it's been amazing. Every 5 minutes it's pumping up my location on the website. I can punch here to say, this button to say I'm okay. This one here is my custom message to say that I've landed for the day, all is good. And the other ones I've got, it's not life-threatening, but I'm in trouble, come and get me. And this one here, SOS, all hell breaks loose.
2357, contact centre 133, decimal 2, g'day.
So today's a pretty cruisy day. Virtually one leg. I planned one leg because I thought I was going to take a lot longer at Jandakot getting to know this aircraft, but Brad had it all sorted out. He had checklists and instructions to leave the zone. It was a top job. So unfortunately, Brad's shed a tear and said goodbye to his aircraft, just like I did 6 weeks ago. And now he's going to look around for something else to buy. The reason he's selling it, unfortunately, it's just too hard to fly seaplanes in the state of Western Australia now. He gave me the big story this morning. It's not good. They've closed up all the decent waterways, and a lot of organisations, I won't say who, are just making it very difficult to operate seaplanes on waterways, even though speedboats can operate there and other marine vessels, and pumping in pollution into the water. These things are like a flying canoe. No pollution at all. Anyway, I'm going bush planes. That's another story. I suppose since my first YouTube blog, I thought I'd give you a bit of background on myself. Only because I'm up here at 7,500 feet. There is not much else to do. I've been wanting to fly airplanes, I think, since I was born. As far as back as I can remember, I've always been interested in airplanes. And when I was a kid, my parents Mum and Dad bought a house right next door to the flying school at Wynyard, right next door. And I was in heaven. So from, I think probably the age of, I think it was 13, I was next door every weekend, most days after school, and doing things like washing planes, mowing lawns. Anyway, I built up some time and some money for doing that, and started my flying training just before my 16th birthday, and I managed to go solo on my 16th birthday and get on the front page of a few newspapers and the local news, which was TV, which was great. And then went on to get my commercial licence when I was 18 there, and then flew around Tassie commercially for a couple of years, operating some wonderful aircraft and wonderful outback strips around Tassie Islands, and flying things like beavers and German Dorniers and tiger moths and osters and all the good fun stuff, carting mutton birds off the islands every day, which they're still doing. G'day, Mike. And yeah, had a great time there in Tassie. Then went up to northern WA and flew for Sling Air up there, sending flights, and then back into Alice Springs. My good mate of mine and instructor, Dave Campbell, the senior base pilot there, and I started flying under Dave, and that was magic. Doing mail runs out of Alice Springs, all around Northern Territory, WA, South Australia, into Queensland, and karting, not paying attention, flying in a straight line, karting mail and freight for TNT. So every night we take off out of Alice Springs, fly to Tennant Creek in the dark, bring back lots of gold bullion of a night time. That was weird. And but yeah, gave up flying commercially, went back to Tassie to live and had a family, and but then one day I thought, I'm living in Tasmania, I'm a pilot, I've got all this water around me and all these lovely inland lakes. I want to buy a seaplane. It didn't take long to realise that I wanted to buy a Searey, so I rang Mr. Searey himself, Rob Lonergan up in Sydney, and he imports them, and organised to go for a test flight with him. And I did, and we took off out of Bankstown and went to the Lane Cove River and set up for approach and did a touch and go on the Lane Cove River, and just magic. I actually mentally signed the cheque for the deposit on takeoff from that river on the spot. That's all I wanted to do. So we bought the kit. Dad and I put it together with the help of Barry Smith as well, and put my little Searey in Tassie for 12 years. Magic machine. but I just recently sold it. Flew it to Melbourne just a few weeks ago, and a guy called Drew Balmain has bought it, and I'm now off for my next venture. I've decided to go bush plane flying, back to what I was doing when I was a kid, and that's another story. But bought a great tough Aussie designed bush plane, the Hornet Stole, and the kit's been manufactured as we speak, and hopefully it arrives. I'll go up to pick it up within a few weeks, hopefully. Dad and I are going to build it again. Dad's already lined his shed out, built the beautiful big super flat workbench, all ready to go. So, yep, that's it. That's us. And today I'm just flying this. I got asked to fly this lovely 2014 Searey Juliet Echo Yankee from Perth all the way across Australia, right to Rob Lonergan's Airfield Air Park at Rolleston. Virtually Sydney, so virtually Perth to Sydney, right across Australia. I think it's, in fact I haven't really double checked, but I think it's 1,800 miles. It's like flying from the west coast of America to the east coast. Or, I think in Europe from London to, it's well past Italy. Lots of countries. We live in a big country here in Australia. So, I'm actually halfway through my first leg. Today's an easy day for me. I got away early, landing at my destination at about 2 o'clock local time. So in time to go to the service station, grab some fuel in their little ute they're going to give me, and refuel the aircraft, ready for a really super early departure in the morning. Tomorrow's going to be fun. I'm going to be landing at numerous roadhouses on the Nullarbor Highway, pulling up at service stations to get fuel. That's a first for me. Anyway, that's enough about me. Back to the view. Here we have Ike Johnson. We're now 65 miles west of our destination of Dawson. Okay, near the end of our first day, which is due. My bladder's telling me it's time to land, and also these fuel tanks beside me are venting slightly, and I've got a fuel vapour headache. So here's our top of descent. We're at 7,000 feet. There are 24 miles to run, and looks like Norseman is just on the edge of this Lake Cowan Salt Lake. It's 1,000 feet high, and with a population touching 600 people, so it's not a very big town out here in the Western Australian goldfields.
All copy Northman, Juliet Echo Yankee. Searey is now 1-2 miles to the west, inbound, passing 5,500 feet. We're going to the inner circuit Norseman at time 10, or traffic Norseman.
Alright, Norseman airstrip. Back that into 23 degrees Celsius, and there's the township. Go. The main drag of Norseman. And looks like it's quite a big mining operation here. So let's put some wheels down.